Hello, everyone, and welcome. I am going to share a channeled message that I received a while back in regards to a soulmate relationship that was very broken and in separation. And it was a really deep message. So I'm going to bring that through, and perhaps Spirit will expand on it. And then I'm going to pull cards to go deeper into this message. And so this is for all of you who are currently experiencing a separation with a very broken soulmate or twin flame, okay? Or perhaps the relationship is very broken, but you guys are not separated, okay? And this message is to help you understand this and how to transform and heal and grow beyond the current pain and sorrow and confusion, heaviness, emptiness that you are feeling at present due to this very broken soulmate or twin flame relationship in your life. And for some of you, this could absolutely apply to a family relationship or a friendship. Our soulmates come through romance, through family, as well as through friends. And some soulmate contracts are only meant to be a moment in our life. Some are meant to be a season, some many seasons, and some our whole life through. All right. And within the soul contract, with every soulmate, that means a great deal to you, where you have a very strong, undeniable connection. There are soul lessons that you are working through with each other through this life journey. And working through a soul lesson is not an easy task. It's not rainbows and butterflies. It causes us to change, to transform. It breaks us open so that we can become something new. Our soulmates are our greatest gifts in this life journey. Some soulmates are very loving and supportive. Some soulmates just seem like one challenge after another, whereas the majority of soulmates, where we have these soul contracts, it's a mix of love, happiness, support, and joy, as well as challenge and struggle and intensity. And so when you find yourself in a situation where now this relationship is broken, and perhaps you're even in separation due to that, however, the pain, the love, all of that still remains so heavy and strong. That's your first indication that you guys have a strong soul contract with some deep soul lessons, and you are in the middle of one of them at present. And when we are in that space of really missing our soulmate and we feel that we're supposed to be together and all these things, what we're doing is we're anchoring our energy into that place of pain, separation, disconnection, emptiness, and loneliness. What we are feeling and what we are thinking about anything predominantly is exactly where your energy is about it. So when we are really hurting, it's very natural to desire reconnection, desire understanding, desire communication. It's very natural to want those things and acknowledge to yourself, yes, this hurts me. Yes, I want to talk again. Yes, I want to be together with this person again, or I want us to have a relationship again, because you have got to be honest with yourself about how you truly feel about anything. You have to be, okay? But once you acknowledge what you truly feel, then you have to be willing to give yourself the medicine to heal and to overcome. Because when you have a soul lesson at play between you and another person, there is an invisible band of energy that connects you, because you both are working on this lesson with each other, whether you are physically together and communicating or not. Okay, and what your vibration about this connection is at any given moment is the energy that you are offering to your soulmate, to the other person involved. All right, and when you are in that space of feeling rejected, feeling empty, feeling alone, that's the energy that you are projecting towards this soulmate. It's not a conscious thing. And so that keeps you and this relationship very fixed in its current state of things. And we feel when we want something back in our life that we need to stay and wait and not move on, not move forward in any capacity, but just wait, kind of hang around and see. And that's actually the opposite thing of what you should be doing. Because remember, where you're at vibrationally is what you're offering to your soulmate. So when you choose to stay and wait rather than, move forward, it does impact things, because you've got to recognize that things were off, things were out of balance, things were out of alignment, which caused the breakdown or the separation in the first place. And all of those things within you, within your soulmate, must be addressed and transformed, okay, if you ever do want a relationship to come back together in the future. Because if those things are not addressed and healed and transformed, then it's just going to be the same cycle all over again if you guys do come back together. And that's the purpose of the soul lesson being in place, is because there is such an emotional attachment. It's going to cause you to have to face things and transform and change. And through that transformation and change, you evolve and you grow. Okay? It's not a punishment, as though I get it. It absolutely feels that way sometimes, right? But instead of saying, I'm going to wait here like I am now, you need to switch that to, I'm going to give myself the healing and medicine. I'm going to do the shadow work. I'm going to do what I need to do within me to understand this soul lesson and this journey with my soulmate. And as you move through that energy, you do change, you do transform, you will heal. And then you're offering that energy of healing to your soulmate. Again, it's not a conscious thing. It's just because you got this soul lesson going on. Where you're at, the way you're vibing, they feel it. Where they're at, the way they're vibing, you feel it, okay? So as you choose to move forward and say, in order for this relationship to ever work, I have to be a different version of myself, with the recognition that your soulmate also must be a different version of themselves. And don't let this growth and this healing and this self-work be motivated solely by a reconciliation. Let it be motivated by the love for yourself, because here's another factor that comes into play. The way we truly feel about ourselves absolutely impacts how others interact with us and treat us. And so it's very important for you to also take the time to really fall in love with yourself and notice all the things about you that are unique and special and magic, and embrace all of that. And know your worth and your value, because when you know your worth and your value, and it's in no means saying that you think that you're perfect and all of that. It's just, I'm a divine being. I have a good heart. I'm caring. I'm honest. I'm loyal. I'm true. This is what I bring. And that right there, that makes you golden. Okay? Loving yourself the way that you want somebody else to love you. Truly remember when you have fallen in love. Okay? What did that feel like? All that magic, the way you were so captivated by this other person. It's time to allow that experience with yourself and fall in love with yourself like that. Because once you do, it shifts your whole vibration. Okay? And also, that's part of the healing process. And it allows you to become a new version of yourself, a stronger, wiser, more stable, especially having some boundaries in place. And that is what your soulmate is trying to do, is push you into that self-love. That, you know what, I love you more than life, but I gotta love myself just as much. I do, and I'm not honored, I'm not appreciated, or you really hurt me, whatever the case may be. Or it could go the other way around, where it's you're missing this person because you feel that you didn't honor them, you didn't care about them, you didn't treat them the way that they deserved, and now you're really feeling the heaviness of it. The remedy is the same, because hurt people hurt people. So that tells me, if you are on the side where you wish you wouldn't have taken somebody for granted, there's unhealed wounds inside of you. Okay, because at our core, each and every one of us, we are unconditional love. And it's time to tap into that aspect of self. And remember, as you heal, you send that healing energy to your soulmate to help push them to grow and to do the shadow work that they need to do. And that is the greatest gift that you could ever give them, that they could ever give you, is pushing you towards your evolution, which ultimately leads you to your highest good. And so if you are really hurting over a broken soulmate, twin flame connection relationship at present, it's time to start loving yourself, and it's time to start doing the shadow work within yourself, whatever it was about you that contributed to the breakdown. Because, you know, if you were somebody who was just always giving and being and doing despite what your soulmate was doing, if you didn't have boundaries, that means you need more boundaries, okay? The reason and the things that you need to recognize inside of you, it's different for everybody who is watching this. But as you explore your shadow and heal your wounds, I'm telling you, you offer that to your soulmate, not just the soulmate that caused this within you, but everybody who is a soulmate to you, that you are emotionally bonded to. As you heal, as you expand, you naturally offer that energy to them, for them to also choose that path, for them to evolve and grow and expand. And so that's why it's very important to always be aware of where you are mentally and emotionally about anything. And when you're hurting and when you're in pain and you're struggling to get through something, you need to be there for yourself. You need to love yourself. You need to encourage yourself. This too will pass. I choose healing. I am the medicine for me. All right? Let that be your mantra. Also, the healing prayer, I'll put a link for it in the description below. Very good to listen to and really think about and focus on this soulmate of yours, regardless of who was at fault. It's a powerful prayer that really helps starts bringing in the healing process. And also, I will link at the end of this video a healing soulmate meditation I did with the archangels, like probably a year and a half ago on this channel. So I will link that. I highly recommend doing that meditation because it allows you and your soulmate or twin flame to go on a spiritual journey together, and it will bring deeper understanding to you about the soul lesson that's currently at play for you in your soulmate connection. Okay, but let's get into the cards. Let's see how Spirit wants to expand this message. And okay, something I didn't mention. When somebody's really hurt you and you're constantly rehashing what they did over and over, it really does create an energetic barrier between you and that person. And by no means am I saying that you need to excuse the behavior of somebody else that really hurt you and harmed you. Okay, absolutely not. But every single time you rehash it, you relive it, you re-traumatize yourself. And that's where you need to start saying, I choose healing. I choose healing, because you do not have to feel hurt and hung up on somebody forever. I know at times it feels like that is totally beyond our control, okay? But when you are really choosing within you, in your mind, in your heart, in your soul, I choose healing, I choose the medicine I need, that changes everything. It absolutely does, okay? And also, when you're in a more neutral space about the soulmate, that energetic barrier is no longer there. And it's not saying to excuse their bad behavior, because Forgiveness isn't saying what somebody did was okay. Forgiveness is an acceptance of the past, that this has happened in the past and I cannot change it. I'm only in control of what I do about it, the way I respond, and what I'm choosing is healing and growth and evolution. I'm taking that pain and I'm transforming it into my strength. Your mind is so powerful. And Divine Mother, nurturing compassion and grace. Okay, so Spirit coming in and saying right now, more than ever before, you need to love yourself. You need to be there for yourself. You need to be gentle with yourself. And this isn't about, who's right and who's wrong. It's an acceptance of, okay, this happened and I need to move on from here. Spirit, guide me. Call upon Archangel Raphael. He is amazing to help you through a healing journey. And remember, as you move through your healing journey, you're transforming into a new version of yourself, and you're offering your soulmate that same choice, okay? Because as you heal and grow, you complete that soul lesson and you're free. You are free from the heartache. You are free from the pain. You are free from the sorrow, okay? And if soulmate involved doesn't choose to evolve, to work through that lesson, some other soulmate in their life is going to come around and really push to teach him that lesson. But regardless of the outcome here, you will be free. If this soulmate connection is only meant to last through these different soul lessons, then through the completion, you'll be done, you'll be over. It won't hurt anymore, and new energies come into your life. And remember, at some point, this soulmate was a stranger to you once, and you had this connection. There's other soulmates in this world for you. And for some of you, you're going to heal and evolve, and your soulmate is going to pick up on that energy, and you guys will have some sort of reconciliation in the future. And that's why it's important to go through this healing journey being motivated for what's best for you, for what's in the highest good for you. But yeah, be kind to yourself. And also, there's a lot of spiritual energy around you that is offering you love and comfort at this time. Precognition, psychic ability, future vision. Okay, for some of you, this is to really open you and activate you towards your spiritual gifts, natural talents, and abilities. And I will tell you, one of my most important and significant soulmates, part of the destruction and what I went through in that relationship is what pushed me towards really pursuing my spiritual gifts in this path. Okay, so even though some things, it feels like the worst thing in your life that's happening, it really can be propelling you towards the best thing that's ever going to happen to you in your life. And, for a long time, I wanted that soulmate and I to be able to reconcile again. But now that I'm healed, that I'm good, and I've evolved and I've moved forward, I just know. I don't care if they've evolved and changed. No. Thank you. I'm in gratitude for the journey that led me to where I am today. And I feel a lot of you, that's the path you're going to go. This is meant to really push you towards so much greatness in your life and loving yourself first. And now it's time to tap into your natural talents, gifts, and abilities and use this as fuel, because all the pain that I had within, I transmuted that. I transformed it into my motivation and my strength to pursue my YouTube channel and to give personal readings. It can be changed into something really beautiful and good. Hostilities, conflict, unrest. See, this is Spirit saying those negative, lower vibrational energies around what happened, it keeps you anchored. It truly does. And allowing yourself to move on from it, and again, is in no way excusing somebody's bad behavior and saying it's okay. It's just saying, I'm choosing to not look at this anymore. I'm choosing to transform this into something that's going to benefit me and make me better and add to my life in a positive way. All right, let's look at some shadow energies. Alone in the world. Okay, so Spirit's saying you have a really strong vibration about you, that you are alone, forever will be alone, unloved, unlovable. You need to work on that. You are lovable and you're not meant to be alone. And I know when that one person just doesn't seem to care or want to have anything to do with you, it's painful and it makes you feel small and rejected and totally unlovable. But that's part of this lesson, to push past that and say, no, I matter. I am worthy. I deserve love. And I'm going to start with loving myself. And I'm going to connect with myself. And as long as I have myself, I am never alone. And on top of that, there is a lot of spiritual energy around you. Always, always, always. Okay, so that's one shadow energy that's coming through strongly. Obsession. Okay, so you, within your mind, you are really obsessing about what has happened, why it happened, what's going to be, what they're thinking, what they're feeling, what they're doing, are they missing you, all of those things. So you're really stuck in a bit of an over-analyzing and rehashing over and over again. And remember, this is just re-traumatizing you every single time. It's already happened. And as you move forward and you're saying, I choose healing, I choose healing, I choose loving me, I choose healing, the universe will come together and conspire to start building that path and giving you feedback and signs and synchronicities to show you that yes, you are worthy of love. And so with this, Spirit's saying you need to work on focusing your energy and your attention somewhere else for the greater good of yourself. The answers will become clear in time. Things are going to change. Things are going to shift. All right. But right now, they are what they are. And thinking about it, hoping, wishing, praying, over analyzing, all of that's not going to change anything. You and the choice to move forward and to heal and to go into that shadow energy of what is this soul lesson that my soulmate is teaching me. That is where you're going to feel the change begin for you. And Queen of my world, this goes back into that message of self-love. Right now, the best thing for you truly is to walk a solitude path when it comes to love and romance, for those of you where this is relating in that aspect. Okay, it's better to walk alone right now and really get to know yourself and explore your energy and do this shadow work, because you are going to transform and expand and grow in so many different ways. I cannot even begin to tell you. Okay, this, so much good is ahead. All of this is pushing you in to being a very strong person within yourself, being assertive, knowing what you want, loving yourself, refusing to settle for less, having boundaries. Okay, boundaries are so necessary. It doesn't matter who it is, because once you let somebody cross the line or walk over you once, they're going to do it again, 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 again. You cannot be afraid to lose somebody by asserting yourself, okay, by laying your boundaries down of what's acceptable and what's not acceptable. Because by you having boundaries, if somebody doesn't want to stay around, you are way better off, because you are divine. You are a sovereign being. You are worthy of love as much as anybody in this world, and Spirit is screaming that to you. It's time to get to know yourself much, much more and fall in love with yourself, and it's going to transform you. And what you accept and what you're attracted to is going to change drastically. Oh, this is such an empowering energy. All right. Wow. Look at soul lesson, and it's relating and supporting. So for every one of you, there is something about learning to really be a team, relate, understand, but also have boundaries. And so these energies are for you and your soulmate. Apply the ones that are appropriate for you and the ones that are appropriate for them. But this is a soul lesson that you guys are working on with each other, which is supporting. And I feel for those of you that are watching this, it's learning to really love and support yourself first and knowing that's not selfish. All right. Increase awareness of others' needs. Put yourself in someone else's shoes. Cooperate and use diplomacy and tact. Create win-win scenarios. Be selfless, support unconditionally. Share and communicate self-identity. Realize that giving is receiving. And it says, I support, share, and relate with others. I focus on others' needs and create a win-win scenario. All right, so that is a soul lesson that's coming through. Let's see what else. Okay, so we have some past life. And are you kidding me? That's relating again. So you and this person in a past life, you guys have been working on the same soul lesson, all right? So that might be why you feel so tired and exhausted at this point. So, and look at, this is about partner. So you guys, that intense connection and bond you felt with them just almost instantaneously, it's because there's that recognition at the soul, the remembering at the soul of the life journey that you guys have been together with before. And so we have being caught up in others' opinions, giving to others and neglecting self, busy being Mr. or Miss Nice, over concern with fairness and justice, codependency in relationships, harmonizing at all costs, having a tit for tat attitude. And so both of these are coming through with the sign of Libra. Libra is the seventh house, the house of relationships, soulmates, soul contracts, karma, justice, etc. So with that coming through, you guys really are helping build each other to have that divine union, whether that divine union is with each other or with a different soulmate. Okay, this soul lesson, and you guys have been working at this for a couple of lifetimes here, of really building, growing, evolving into a place to come into divine union. And so now we have more past life energy, more air energy, Aquarius. This is humanitarianism and inventor. And it says, holding back so others will lead, folding to peer pressure to belong, appearing aloof in emotional situations, hiding from confrontations, overlooking the reality of things, using lack of knowledge to exercise in action, getting lost in daydreams. Okay, so all these energies that have come out, this entails part of your soul lesson that you guys are working on with each other, okay? Both of you, as well as these shadow energies. And these being yellow, there is a lot of growth that comes to the solar plexus chakra for both of you because of your soulmate relationship and what's written in your soul contract. Right, we have the High Priestess, Five of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, the Magician, and the Hierophant. Okay, so this is powerful. The High Priestess, yes. This is what the separation, the breakdown in the relationship itself. There is a deeper underlying soul lesson at play, okay? When we get to this side, we've figured it out. Right now, we are in process of figuring it out. And you are feeling very defeated by the soulmate, by the situation, just the way everything is. You don't understand. There's great confusion, which is creating a lack of stability in your life in an area or in multiple areas. And Spirit's saying this burden is too heavy to bear. You don't have to stay in this space. It's okay to heal. It's okay to move forward. Nothing will be lost. What needs to be preserved will be preserved. But you've got to let go of control. You've got to trust, and you've got to start choosing healing for yourself. That is the solution. That is the answer. That is the key. That is the medicine. All right? Because then look at this. Huge breakthrough. On this side, we're confused, we're controlled, we're manipulated. On this side, absolutely not anymore. We see the truth for what it is. All right, and this is talking about how you are evolving through this if you so choose to. All right, you're going to understand yourself, life, the magic of life, energy, soulmates, all of it much, much deeper. And again, the healing prayer that I'll link will be very helpful and beneficial. Listen to that often. And do that healing meditation, the Archangel healing meditation. It's very powerful. It will bring much, much clarity to this soul lesson you guys are working through and what's to come in the future. Yes, see? This is about true divine union. The lessons you're learning with this soulmate is preparing you for that. Okay? Whether you're going to align with them in the future or there's a different soulmate that's being prepared in their own way by somebody else. Okay? It's about divine union. And see, Spirit's saying you have a choice. You can overcome these feelings of defeat if you make it your intention, mind, heart, and soul, to move forward, okay? To say, I choose healing. I choose the medicine for this. I choose to evolve for both me and my soulmate. Because remember, as you evolve, you're offering that to them as well. Yes. See, it's time to step forward. If this relationship is ever to reconcile, you both have to be different versions of yourself. Absolutely. Because what was wrong, you know, what caused the separation to begin with, all of that has to be addressed and healed. And if you were really hurt by this soulmate, all of that needs to be healed. You can't have a successful union if all of that wound is still there. Okay, and no, healing that wound is not saying what you did is okay. It's not. Healing the wound is compassion and tenderness for you and anybody you know that would be hurting in the same way you are. You would just be encouraging them to heal, move forward, do what's best for them right now, right? Yes, lay this burden down. And look at this, we got the King of Pentacles. You are being prepared for divine union. Yes, see, you are. This heaviness, it will pass. It will. You're going to move forward. You got 3 aces coming through. 3 of them. All right? 3 aces. A Chariot. Spirit telling you you have a choice. And as you choose to heal and move forward, you offer that to your soulmate. So let's get a couple of cards for messages from their heart, their soul, or their ego. And we'll wrap this up. And some or all of these may apply, so only take what resonates, leave what doesn't. All right, we've got a heart message coming through. I hope we can mend the past. I really want you in my life again. Let that be motivation to work on your shadow and what needs to be healed inside of you. Because remember, as you do that, you offer that energy to them. All right, a soul message. Your truth was more than I could handle. I'm sorry I rejected you. Another heart message. This is looking good. I am so confused about everything. I don't know what to do about it yet. So, you know, they've got to explore their shadow as well. Ooh, another heart message. I am still very hurt about what happened. I need more time. Right, ego, I haven't learned from our experiences. I will only hurt you again. See, this is powerful. Right here, this is powerful. Your soulmate, your twin flame has got to do the shadow work and change and transform, or they'll only be the same thing, and the same thing will happen over again. So it's important that that came out. That is such truth. And ego, I blame you because it makes it easier for me. It's hard for me to face the shadow within. Are you kidding me? Yeah, see, your soulmate, your twin flame, they're aware, they're hurting, they miss you, but they have yet to start the process of the healing and the shadow work. Okay, so let that motivate you to begin that process, because as you do that, remember, you offer that to them as well. And that will help them start doing the work they need to do. So they do hope one day you guys can speak again. All right. Who you are, what you stand for, it's very triggering to them. Same for you, but that's what needs to happen here. They're confused. They're still sorting things out. But as you start the process, it helps them. So I will pop the healing meditation here, and I will pop the healing prayer here. Listen to the healing prayer often, and use the healing meditation for the soulmate. You can only do it once, because after you go through it, then you're obviously going to know everything. There's also a pick a card reading attached to that meditation to bring more insight. So that will be a good path, a good place for you to start and begin. All right. And work on you, because as you work on you, you offer the healing to them, and it changes where you are. It breaks down that energetic barrier, and missing them, wishing all this and that, that's going to get you nowhere. Understanding the soul lesson in which separated you in the first place is how you're going to get clarity, understanding, and things are going to start to change. All right. So those are your messages. I am sending you lots of love and light. Take care.